the big Mahua Moitra controversy, the cash for query scandal probe is expanding, and the Trinamool Member of Parliament Mahua Moitra finds herself in hot water. In 5 days, she will have to face an ethics panel investigation for allegedly sharing her parliamentary login ID with industrialist Darshan Hiranandani, who posed questions from Dubai through her parliamentary login for questions to be raised in Parliament. Sources now indicate that the panel has deemed the charges against Moitra grave after hearing BJP MP Nishikant Dubey and main complainant Jai Anant Dehadrai. The scandal has become the Achilles heel for Moitra, sparking concern over a breach in national security as well. Listen in to those who testified before the committee.
It's a matter of ethics committee. So what exactly happened? All the questions were asked, and how long the meeting? How long did the meeting go?
Very respectfully, I have no comment to make.
Okay.
And I think there's a legal system. I trust the legal system. I'm a lawyer myself, and I'm sure the truth will come out. That's all I have to say.
निशिकांत सर, आज आप गए, आप जय के साथ वापस आए हैं, जय का एविडेंस ही आपने कोर्ट किया है, क्या रहा आज की मीटिंग में? जो सवाल पूछे गए सबके जवाब हो गए हैं, क्या रहेगा आगे, थोड़ा अगर बताएं आप।
सबका जवाब हमने दे दिया है, प्रॉपर हमने जवाब दे दिया है। और कमेटी जो भी जब हम लोगों को बुलाएगी हम लोग जाएं। चीजों से लगा कि कमेटी के सारे मेंबर जो है मुझसे ज्यादा चिंतित।
अच्छा, जिस प्रकार से पर्सनल वेंडेटा का आरोप महुआ मोइत्रा लगा रही हैं, उस पे क्या कहेंगे? वो कह रही हैं कि सिर्फ क्योंकि उन्होंने आप पे सवाल उठाया, अदानी के ऊपर सवाल उठाया, सरकार पे सवाल उठाया,
इसलिए क्या सवाल जी? मैं कोई विषय नहीं है, मैं और जय कोई विषय नहीं जी। मैं और जय क्या विषय? जय ने जो बातें कही उसको हिरानंदानी ने जिस तरह से एंडोर्स किया है तो विषय नहीं रहा।
टाइम्स नाउ पे भी हिरानंदानी ने यही बात कही थी, उन्होंने यही कहा था,
इसीलिए ना कोई विषय नहीं।
The panel probing the charges against Mahua Moitra consists of 7 BJP MPs and 6 lawmakers belonging to the opposition camp. 2 members of parliament, one from YSRCP and one from the Shiv Sena, seem to be neutral in today's meeting. The committee chairman has also appealed to the Ministry of Home Affairs and the IT Ministry as well as the MEA for relevant information and investigation regarding the case. Listen in.
देखिए, विषय गंभीर है। उस विषय की गंभीरता के प्रकरण का सभी सदस्यों ने अपनी बात कही और वहाँ पे ये सर्वसम्मति से एक निर्णय हुआ कि 31 तारीख को 11 बजे महua मोइत्रा जी को सम्मान किया जा रहा है कि 31 तारीख को आए और अपनी बात कहें। जो विषय उठा है नेशनल सिक्योरिटी का और दूसरा जो लोगों को कन्वर्सेशन हुए हैं, ठीक है, इन दोनों विषय को लेके आईटी मंत्रालय को और गृह मंत्रालय को दोनों को चिट्ठी भेजी गई है और इनका विवरण उपलब्ध कराने भी कहा गया है।
This breaking news over the Dubai login controversy. Sources reveal that the ethics panel has written to the Ministry of External Affairs as well, in addition to the Ministry of Home Affairs and the Information Technology Ministry. And also news coming in at this moment telling us that during the hearing of the ethics panel, BSP MP Danish Ali and JDU Member of Parliament Girdhar Yadav urged BJP MP Nishikant Dubey to show magnanimity and drop the charges against Mahua Moitra. Let it just go if she's made any mistakes. According to sources, the 2 MPs spoke in support of Moitra, while Dubey maintained that the panel was responsible for taking a decision, not the complainant, because the complainant has now submitted all the details. There are affidavits of 2 people. In fact, the complaint was against 2 people, Mahua Moitra and Darshan Hiranandani. Since the last development and the complainant sending the complaint to the Ethics Committee of Parliament, Darshan Hiranandani has come clean through an affidavit and through an interview to me earlier this week, where he completely agreed that he had used the login that was given by Mahua Moitra to him, and he did log in into this account of Mahua Moitra from Dubai. Now, with him turning up prover, with the matter being with the ethics panel, Nishikant Dubey said that there was no question of dropping the charges. The matter will have to be decided by the ethics panel. That's the big breaking news coming in at this moment, and with that we go across to the big debate. Priyanka Tibrewal, spokesperson of the BJP, joins the debate. Ishkaran Bhandari, advocate, continues to be with us. Ravi Srivastava, political analyst, and Tausif Ahmed, lawyer and political analyst. Priyanka Tibrewal, to you first. My question, why would people expect, and do you think if they expect this case or the complaint to be dropped, the matter can just be shut? Can it now be closed? Can this entire matter be buried because there is some camaraderie between members of parliament?
See, not at all. Firstly, this is a mistake because people are thinking that all this is being done because of any kind of political acrimony between two parliamentarians, because there was some kind of a heat exchange of words. But all this is not for that. The fact remains that there are evidences which are irrefutable, which shows that Mahua Moitra has compromised as a parliamentarian. There are certain ethics which need to be followed, and she has not done that. So this is the reason that this investigation now is being done. This is the reason why she is before the committee, because now she has to come and give clarifications that all the allegations which are leveled against her and whatever evidences have been produced today by Mr. Nishikant Dubey and the advocate Dehadrai. See, these are very serious in nature, Navika ji. I'll tell you, because there are two aspects. One is because of the ethics and the morality ground, the sharing of the login ID to that part. But the second one is very, very strong, where after sharing of this login ID, it is a country which is outside our country, a place outside our country from where this login has been made. Now there comes the question of national security, with which nobody can, just play around. So there is a question which has to be decided now. So anybody saying, drop the complaint, pick up the complaint, take back the complaint, that is not the issue, because this has now become national importance.
Okay.
Because security of our nation has been compromised.
Tausif Ahmed, the clock is ticking. 5 days. Mahua Moitra has to appear before the ethics panel. Already, the complaint was against two people. It was Darshan Hiranandani and Mahua Moitra. Darshan Hiranandani has owned up to his side that he did access her login, did put in questions from Dubai. So, can Mahua Moitra now defend herself?
I don't know how much of reliance can be placed upon the co-accused statement in order to indict the other accused. Now, you see, the panel has said that they will investigate the matter. They will seek information from the IT Ministry and Home Ministry, and the panel is is privy to all the materials that you and I are not privy to. So it would be very tough to jump the guns, as I've said this before as well. There are certain angles involved which show that the complainants have gone before the ethics committee not with clean hands, and they are supposed to come with clean hands, and they have not gone with clean hands. Secondly,
what is it that you're raising? No. When you say they are not with clean hands, what are you trying to say? What are you trying to say?
No, there are two angles to it. One, the personal angle of Mr. Jai Dehadrai, who was in a personal relationship, is a jittered ex, and second, the political angle. Now he is hobnobbing with the BJP MP. They are behaving like a buddy. Obviously, there is a political benefit that BJP will reap out of this. So there are these two angles that ethics committee cannot ignore.
Oh, so
but
this is what you are saying, not with clean hands. Ishkaran Bhandari, you are a lawyer. Please tell me.
Which are beyond.
A former personal relationship, does it prevent somebody from bringing out certain facts, number one, and number two, the facts that he has brought out have till date not been denied by Mahua Moitra and have been actually endorsed by the second accused, which is Darshan Hiranandani. So how can Tausif Ahmed call this that the complainants do not have clean hands?
Navika ji, probably he has very limited knowledge of law to call this unclean hands. It is not an allegation pertaining to what happened between them personally. This is an allegation pertaining to what a member of parliament allegedly accepted bribes in order to do. One second, let me just make a point. In order to allegedly accepted bribes in the form of expensive gifts in order to ask questions. So what was their personal relationship has no bearing in this case. And also, I do not believe in the concept of victim shaming, be it a woman victim or be it a man victim. That is a case which they will have to fight, both of them, on a personal level. Let's be very clear. This is not a domestic violence case. This is not a case of personal dispute. That I am not commenting on. That I have no interest on commenting on. But the allegations pertain to public life and public role. And if somebody has taken money to ask questions or bribes to ask questions, the parliament has already acted upon this in 2005. Where for cash for query 50,000, 1 lakh, much lesser amounts involved, sometimes not even given to the member of parliament but to the staff. The parliament voted to expel all of them. So there is a precedent for that. The Supreme Court upheld that action of the parliament when these expelled MPs challenged it by saying the parliament has the powers to have self-protecting, self-correcting mechanism. So all this is established during UPA times in 2005 and by the Supreme Court, which upheld it. So the committee is at the stage of investigation. There is no question of clean or unclean hands in this. Either the allegation is true or it is not true. If it is not true, no problem. If it is true, then Parliament has precedent where it has acted to expel people, and let us see what the Parliament decides to do in this case if it stands true.
Ravi Srivastava, that is the real question. The question is not about the personal disputes between people. The question is only about the conduct of a member of Parliament on the floor of Parliament, which is behavior and conduct,
Navika,
which has to be explained, which has to be explained. 1 minute, Tausif. You can't interrupt everybody. The member of parliaments become members of parliament only after they take an oath. Can they take an oath and then not uphold the ethics of the parliament? This is what this question and investigation is all about. Ravi Srivastava, please take a position on this.
In our country, the mainstream media is paid cash for not asking the question. And they are trying to make us believe that Mahua Moitra took cash for asking the question.
Media.
I have an issue here that Mr. Darshan Hiranandani, how he got the login ID and the password. He is also a culprit. He is also an accused. How? What is the guarantee he has not shared it with Israel, with Russia, with several other corporates, international people? That's a question of national security. Why should he not be tried for that? I am asking a question, Mr. Jai Anant Dehadrai. Dehadrai knew it that last 3 years that some gifts were taken by her for asking questions, etc., etc. Why was he keeping quiet? What makes him to believe that now she has become like this? I am asking a question that in any case of this kind of an issue, asking quid pro quo, both the parties are culprits.
Absolutely. But I agree with you. I agree with you. Both should be asked questions and both will need to answer questions.
I am asking that this is a question which is an institution, any CBI kind of an inquiry has to happen. Because ethics committee has got no power. It cannot decide the criminality. It cannot decide.
Ethics committee has no powers. Priyanka Tibrewal, 30 seconds.
I agree, Mr. Srivastava.
Committee, if they were making a charge of a bribe over there, they would have got the privilege.
Okay, Priyanka Tibrewal, 30 seconds. I'm running out of time.
Allow me to come in. Right. So what I'm saying is, I'm absolutely agreeing to what he's saying. That is what we are saying, that the ethics committee, whatever limited power they have, they are investigating into it. When elements of criminality will be found in this, the matter will be handed over to the money laundering, if it is a case of money laundering, to the ED, if it is a case of national security or anything involved, to the CBI, and then they will investigate it. And we do not have any kind of sympathy for anyone for that matter, whether it is Mr. Hiranandani, whether it is the advocate Dehadrai or Mahua Moitra. All should be penalized.
Well, Serious question of propriety, serious question of conduct on the floor of the House. Which way is this case going to go? Well, the clock is ticking. 5 days from now, on next Tuesday, Mahua Moitra will have to appear before the ethics panel. Does she have a defense? Well, we'll wait and watch, and we'll follow every move between now and then. Thank you very much to all my panelists, and thank you viewers for joining me on the Newshour tonight. Good night, be safe, and don't go away. We'll take a short break and the Newshour agenda coming up next.